Well, guys, so time for a live again. Yeah, it's been a while since we have met, but we thought this is the perfect time, maybe. And as you guys know, I mean, the nation has gone through some sort of a turmoil over the last couple of days or so, and there's been a lot going around. So, sport definitely is not the first priority at this point of time, as our armed forces are giving their best to safeguard us. But I think we thought maybe now it's time to discuss some important points, particularly the stories around the retirement of one very important player from the Indian cricket team. Another important player is already retired from that format, so maybe some discussions regarding to those topics. The IPL has now taken a backseat, and that as it should have been, to be honest. We are not very sure about when it's going to restart again and how it's going to go. Will all the players come back? Well, we will try to discuss and cover up all these topics in this live. So please watch and please invite more and more friends to this live to make this hit. It's you guys who can make this live hit. So let's start. Yeah. So I think our first topic would be the retirement of Rohit and I mean, what should I say? The alleged retirement story of Virat Kohli. So, I mean, that Rohit thing was a pretty simple one. After his Australia series, there were talks that maybe he shouldn't play red ball again. The kind of form he exhibited down under, but I think talks have surfaced that in one of the podcasts with Michael Clark, he recently said that he would be trying to give his best in order to score some good amount of runs in England. But then just a week later, he put up a story saying that I'm done with Test cricket and it's the end of me in the red ball format. So was it like the management had some talks with him? Maybe he wasn't gonna be their auto choice anymore, or what was the exact story? So Ritom,
It's a very curious case. I mean, the headline should be the curious case of Rohit Sharma and Virat Kohli. So, see, it's very strange because when the BGT ended, in the last match, Rohit dropped himself. I mean, that was actually put before us. Rohit dropped himself for the sake of team, etc., etc. Uh, but the fact is, at that match, he gave an interview in which he completely uh, nullified all the allegations about his retirement and all these things. He said that he would continue to play Test cricket. There, I mean, he said quote unquote ये दो चार लोग जो माइक लेके बैठा है वो नहीं
yeah,
डिसाइड कर सकते हैं ये सब all these things he said. But so if he was so sure about his playing Test cricket, so he wouldn't have taken retirement now before the England series. I mean, there must have gone something behind the curtain which we cannot see. Most probably, he thought that he would continue the red ball cricket as a captain, but I think BCCI said that no, we have to look for someone for the future. So that is why they were planning to make some other players the captain of the Indian national cricket team in the upcoming England tour. And I think that's where the ego clash happened between Rohit Sharma and the BCCI. And Rohit uh, I mean, in red ball cricket, to be very honest, in the recent past, Rohit Sharma had nothing much to offer except for the captaincy. And his captaincy record in red ball cricket is also not that great, I would say, because he lost a home series against New Zealand after 12 years, and the BJT was a big failure, to be very honest. And so that is why I think he somehow thought that, okay, if not captain, there is no meaning in playing as a player. That might have happened. That is why he took the
yeah.
retirement.
I think I mean after that season of Test cricket for Rohit Sharma, I mean starting from the Bangladesh series till the Melbourne Test, which was his last Test eventually. So starting from those, I mean, in that span, I think there was only 150 which he scored, which was against New Zealand at Bengaluru, second innings.
Exactly.
Apart from that, it was a terrible patch for Rohit Sharma, honestly speaking. Yeah, in the home test,
Of course.
still in some of the innings, he looked in some sort of touch. Then he missed out that first test in Australia. came in that second test, batted down the order, got exposed. The second match, he again batted poorly. Then for the last test match at Melbourne, he tried moving up the order and playing once for as an opener, but that also failed, and then he had to sit out in the last test at SCG.
Exactly. If we see for an Asian batter, uh, it is very much if you have to be successful, you have to score runs in Sena countries. That is the parameter of judging any player, any batter. Uh, so overseas, Rohit Sharma has never looked that good except for that 2021 England tour. I think there he scored some a good amount of run. He played some good innings. Except for that, Rohit Sharma was never that good in overseas cricket, overseas test matches. So, but he had always that knack of playing good innings in the home turf, in the home soil. But in the recent past, he was not able to do that also. So I think it was kind of an end game for Rohit Sharma. And but Virat Kohli case is also very
Yeah, and
strange. I
also
mean,
I think it's even if it was from the management's point of view. I mean, I think it's a positive decision going forward because Rohit is now already 38, I think, and the
exactly.
next cycle is gonna be 2 more years. So by the time the next WTC final happens, he will be 40 plus basically. So I think
Exactly.
with the kind of form he was in particularly in red ball cricket in the last 6 months, 6-10 months, I think it was a good decision to move on and maybe give some other guys chance just
Absolutely.
to build that team
Absolutely.
slowly and gradually. I mean, you will have a transition period at some point of time or the other. If not now, maybe 2 years later, every team has. But yeah, the main mantra should be it doesn't happen overnight, it happens gradually. If it happens overnight,
Exactly.
it can become a Sri Lanka kind of a situation where all of a sudden you have 10, 11 new players and you fail to sort of build that camaraderie among the team. But if it happens gradually, I think India are looking forward. Ashwin retired the last VGT. Now it's Rohit. Maybe Virat's going to hang up his boots. We're not sure about that. Then maybe Jadeja in some time. So slowly they are moving, I think.
Yes, also I think see Virat is a kind of player who always gives. See, to be very honest, I have nothing against Rohit Sharma. Rohit Sharma is a great player. I am also his admirer. But to be very honest, in cricket we can see the moments where Rohit Sharma plays casually. I mean, IPL also nowadays he plays casually. But Virat Kohli is a player who does never takes cricket casually. I mean, he always tries to put the best out of him. Sometimes he succeeds, sometimes he fails. That's a different issue. But if Virat Kohli decides that okay, I'm no there is no more Test cricket left in me, then that's a serious thing. I mean, he is being very serious about it. Now, if BCCI forces him to play or extend his career to a certain amount, I don't know how well it would be for the team, for
Yeah,
himself
so now
also,
also
because
coming to Virat. I mean, Virat's news is a even shady one because I mean, I think a lot has happened behind the scenes, but exactly what we got to know is Virat just informed the BCCI that he is sort of done with this format, and
exactly, and
he,
that came after Rohit's retirement news. I mean, Virat could have said it earlier, but he didn't. It came right after Rohit decided to leave the cricket, so that's a very strange thing. Another thing is I'm not really sure whether Virat would be able to perform in England or not, because England is a place where Virat has never performed that well. I mean, except for the 2018 tour, where he scored a lot of runs, but 2014 tour was horrible, and we all know that Virat has a problem against the swinging deliveries. So I don't know with this form in red ball cricket how well he would play in the upcoming in England tour.
yeah. So I think I mean Virat's. I mean, I'm not sure exactly what happened with Virat, but to be honest, I mean, in my opinion, I think it should be either Virat playing on his own terms or he's returning on his own terms. It shouldn't be like He's playing just because he's been forced to play, because that
Exactly.
won't enhance his performance anyways. And yeah, definitely with the bat, Virat hasn't had great returns in this format of the game. I mean, unlike Rohit, Virat has been a stalwart for Indian cricket in all three formats, no doubt. But in the last few years, I mean, his bat hasn't done the talking in the red ball format, so that's definitely been a concern over the last few years.
Of course, there was a very short period of time where it seemed that Virat, the red ball touch has once again come for Virat, but in the last BGT, it was shown that no, he is struggling. He's struggling very hard. I think Shubhadeep is here, uh, but he is facing
Yeah,
some
so I mean, even the
technical
last
issues.
BGT, the thing which was more concerning rather than his numbers was the fact that he got out the same way each and every time, and that's more
Exactly,
concerning. I mean, the bowlers
exactly.
just openly coming up and saying, I mean, we made a video also after the BGT, right after the BGT, I remember, and we were discussing that the bowlers are now openly just saying it that you need to bowl in that channel. Everyone knows the secret. It's no more even a secret, also. Everyone knows
It's
the
an open
formula, you can
secret.
say. Everyone knows the formula. You just keep on bowling there. And if Virat sort of makes up his mind that I won't play that, his scoring dries up. And at one point, he becomes fidgety and tries one. Even we saw that fourth game at Melbourne. I remember he played with a lot of patience. He wasn't attempting those balls. And for a while, it looked like he was getting into his groove. Then that run out, that miscommunication with Jaiswal happened. And maybe his mind just diverted for a second. And bang on, next ball, he edged, gone.
Exactly, exactly. In
Yeah,
England,
so
it will
Shubhadeep has
happen.
been coming, going in and out for a while, I think.
I think
Is it?
he's facing some issues, and in England too, that's going to enhance because in England you have
Am I
swing, so
audible?
there's always
Yeah, yeah, you
chance
are
of
audible. Yeah, you are audible.
getting a getting out.
I can't I can't see both of you. That's the issue.
Yeah, but
I,
I can see. I think Rikam,
I,
are you able to
I
see?
can
Good.
also see you.
Yeah.
Yes, of course.
I don't know because I can't see both of you. That's why I'm struggling. So everything is
You can
fine. I
continue.
don't know.
I think people may also see you because
I
you
think
are
it's so.
visible.
Yeah, I think you started. And meanwhile, we have been getting continuous comments from Rajatavo. So he's running a strong movement to delete IPL, ban IPL.
Why? Is he a CSK supporter?
No, he's KKR maybe. But I think he's doing this in reply to God of Sa, who is still about IPL. When will
Okay.
it start? Uh, yeah. So, anyways, I mean, since Shubhradeep is having some issues now, I can't see Shubhradeep. So
Of course, he is gone. I also cannot see him. I
yeah.
think
So I would like
he's
to
just
ask
gone to.
Riton that exactly.
Yes.
I mean, just for a second, think that maybe Rohit and Virat aren't coming. So I mean, Rohit is surely not coming. Virat also not coming. Then who? What is your top six? What would be your 11 for the best
Uh,
possible 11 for the England series?
there's a speculation that Gill would be the
Yeah,
captain.
Rajat Abu. I mean, Test
Let's.
cricket is surely gonna start in some time, and yeah, we all will enjoy Test cricket then. It starts with the WTC final at Lords, and then the England series, the Australia West Indies series will be there. So there's a lot of Test cricket coming up. Just wait for a few days.
So for me, the opening pair would be, of course, Jaiswal should be there, and along with Gill.
Yeah, I think
Uh,
Jaiswal and Rahul will surely open the innings. Rahul did
okay,
considerably
Rahul,
well
of course.
in Australia. So now, who comes in
Rahul
three?
also did
It's
well in the last England tour. If you say he
yeah,
scored
Rahul.
100
Yeah, Rahul.
in Lords
Rahul and Rohit
at
were
Lords.
one of the main reasons for India playing well in that series.
Of course,
So
for
now,
after a long time, India could score so many runs in the opening partnership. Last time India
yeah,
faced at the England Cup. Now, so Jaiswal and Rahul.
yeah, now three. I think it's Shubman Gill, who's probably gonna be the next skipper. Also about Shubman Gill, I mean, making him the skipper, is there a decision which may backfire? Because Shubman Gill, if we see his red ball returns, he's been a phenomenal player in the 50 over format, no doubts about it. But if you see his red ball numbers, I mean, I think in the last 4 years, his away average has also been pretty poor. Since that Gaba knock, he hasn't had a 50 or something, I think.
Of course, that's a concern, I must say. But see, Gill is at the start of his career. I mean, there's always a chance to
Yeah, I think
make a
about the
comeback.
captaincy, a few contenders. The first contender would have been Jasprit Bumrah, but with Jasprit Bumrah, the thing is
No,
he may not play all tests. In fact, he shouldn't play all tests. I should say. I mean, if he plays 5 tests, he's gone maybe.
I mean,
And
of course,
the
he's
home
an
test, he
asset.
Now,
doesn't need to play. Yeah, so
now I can see
He's
both
an
of you.
yeah, so since Shubhradeep is here, I mean, let's ask him about. So mostly Shubman Gill
you
will be the
guys
next guy.
continue. I'll be back in 5 minutes. You guys continue.
Shubman Gill will be the next guy to lead India in the previous format of the game. So, what's your thoughts about the decision? Shubman Gill himself hasn't had very good returns in the red ball cricket, particularly away from home.
I think it's the immature decision. It will be immature decision because I don't see Shubman leading the side at the moment. To be honest, with whatever record he has at the moment, especially in the overseas test matches, or you can say Sena test matches, it's not up to the mark. Um, he hasn't had the success yet in the longest format as he should have after playing the significant number of test matches that he has played. So it's a bit crunchy because I can't really give much to the selectors because they are also in a bit of a tough situation that you
Yeah,
have
I
to have
think
someone.
about the captaincy, maybe the first name would have been Jasprit Bumrah, but with Jasprit Bumrah, he can't play all 5 tests. Rather, he shouldn't play all 5 tests. The home tests, he may not play. So there's always that doubt about Jasprit Bumrah, how many tests he can play. So you just don't want to burden him with the captaincy, maybe.
It is, and I saw actually one post from Sky Sports Cricket, and they actually reported that Justin Bumrah has denied his captaincy. That means he was offered the captaincy prior to the situation by the selectors. But what are the other kind of options? There you had Shubman, you had Bumrah, you had KL Rahul. There's no way they are going to Jadeja. Jadeja is not an option. Who else? Rishabh Pant, maybe. That is the four
Yeah.
options you have. And the best of all those is Bumrah because he is guaranteed to play in all those games.
Yeah.
And
If fit,
right,
Bumrah is surely going to play all tests. But that first if is a big thing for Bumrah. If fit.
if fit, that is a huge problem as you mentioned. So
I
the
mean,
thing is,
like after this 5 match England series, around September or October, I think they're gonna play the Windies at home. Then they're gonna play Proteas
South
at home.
Africa.
So,
Yeah.
do you want to rush Bumrah to play again 2-3 tests at home in the Indian heat against West Indies, where you can even play with those spinners and the other pacers? Maybe you don't want to rush Bumrah. You have a T20 World Cup coming up next year.
I think it's also very awkward to me that how Australia has used Pat Cummins in this situation. Pat Cummins has been playing a lot. I think we don't really talk about Cummins a lot, but he has played all the 5 test matches of the BGT, then missed the Champions Trophy, but was about to play unless he was get an injury, and then played the entire IPL. Now he'll have the Test match championship final, and then the 3 Test matches in the Caribbean. Then have the home series, couple of home series. So he's someone who's also playing together for a long, long time. Pat Cummins. He also someone who is known for his injuries at the start of his career. A lot of injuries, which he was grabbed with. Um, but he has managed it well. So I think it will be important for Indian and selectors to see Bumrah at. I genuinely wanted him to lead the side. The way he led the side in Perth, especially in Rohit absence, it's openers. You have to have the rhythm first. You have to set the tone for the entire series. A huge series. India was about to qualify for the World Test Championship final in this cycle. So he set the tone with his performance, and it's not also very one thing that some of the players once they get the captaincy, the best is getting better. You saw it in Virat when he got the captaincy. His average just took another step. It was took another turn actually. Before it was around 50 or 40, 55, 50. It took like 70 when he was under captaincy. It was also the same with Brian Lara. Brian Lara took the captaincy and is kind of some players love to take a responsibility. Some players love to be in the kind of a channel, love to be in the horizon, where everyone will look at him and say, "Yeah, this is the guy we need to get out." So I
Yeah,
don't
even
think
Steve Smith, I think, as a
Steve
captain, he
Smith,
had phenomenal average.
phenomenal average and scoring runs in various situations. It's not about only home. I think the issue with Gill is he hasn't proved himself as even a batter. So his primary job as a batter is to score runs. He hasn't really proved himself in that kind of fashion. Now he has another shoulder on his responsibility that to lead this team, which is already under pressure in the absence of Rohit and potential of Virat, and then to start another cycle. It's a huge series for England. 5 Test matches in England is never an easy job, especially knowing the history. You have lost a couple of. You lost you drew the last one. You lost the 2018. You lost the 2014. Um,
Yeah, in fact,
and
the last couple of series, India will think they had massive chances to win those. I mean, particularly 2022 one, the last test got postponed next year, and then England unleashed best ball and they chased down 387, 378, I think.
even even going back home when they will face West Indies and South Africa. I don't think West Indies will be a tough series, but after that, South Africa will might be a tough if they win the
South
tournament.
Africa.
Yeah,
Yeah,
World Test
surely. And
Championship.
after the New Zealand series last year at home, I mean, India will surely have those demons in mind.
Yeah, they will. They will. Especially, you have to remember that once you get back to the first Test match against West Indies, you won't have Ashwin. Jadeja will be a little bit scared. Jadeja's
Yeah, so
form
this
has
will be
dipped.
in a long time that they will be playing a home test without Raviash.
We are in the squad, so yeah, it will be.
When
It's
was the
tough.
last time? I think Ravi Ash never missed a test. Is it? I'm not sure. I think he never missed a test at home.
Well, you have to go on a long way back. I'm not sure about missing a Test match. I'm sure he
Yeah, I
was
mean,
in the
since
squad.
Virat became the captain, I think he has played all the tests. Maybe under MS somewhere.
Yeah, maybe that home Test match around maybe once they have Pragg and Oja. The 2011 series maybe he missed a couple of games maybe.
Yeah, that West Indies series where one match got exactly drawn, exactly tied. I think at
Tied, yeah.
Mumbai it was.
Yeah, Mumbai, yeah. There is West Indies. That was a great Test match. But whatever the question you asked me, I
Yeah,
don't
so
think that is
they will
an
be
option.
without Ravi Ashwin. Maybe Jadeja will surely play. Who are the other two guys? Washi and maybe Kuldeep or Akshay.
I will go with I'll try to go with Akshar because I think after Jadeja you have to build someone who has the capability of bowl left arm spin and who can give India a little
Yeah,
bit
I
of a
think Akshar
capability.
has gone down the radar in Test cricket. He had a, I mean, massive rise with that England series where he just kept almost seemed to take wickets every ball in 2021. Then he played well, and I think at one point his bowling average was below 10 or something. He was bowling so well at home. Then he sort of declined since that BGT in 2023, and now Sundar and Kuldeep has come up the pecking order.
I won't have Washington Sundar for sure. I don't think I want to have Washington. Not no. I want to Jadeja. I will try to build Akshar a lot, give him some confidence playing games. I'll have Kuldeep, and I'll try to find a couple of spinners for the domestic tournaments. There's the meaning to play Ranji Trophy. If you are playing it, if you are getting success of it, you have to use the kind of youngsters or young spinners to play it. I'll look at for
Yeah,
switch.
I mean Ravi Jadeja is also not there for a long time. Won't be there.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
maybe another year or so
Yeah, that's why
max.
that's why I'll try to build Akshar, try to have
And so,
one
what's gonna
Kuldeep.
be your playing 11 in England? I mean, that was what I was discussing with Ritam. So, openers surely Yashasvi and KL both
Yeah,
did pretty well in Australia. Number three would be the new captain Shubman.
perhaps.
Now if
Have they officially announced Shubman? I don't know.
have they? I
No,
mean,
no,
if
they
Shubman,
won't. No.
okay, then the potential new captain, I shall say,
Yeah,
potential new
potential.
captain Shubman. Now, number four, if that certain influential person fails to convince Virat, then who plays at number four?
I genuinely want to have Shai at three and Shubman at four. So I'll drop
Yeah.
Shubman at four and I'll have Shai at three, and then in the five I have Pant. Six I will have Akshar, and then I won't have Jadeja. In the first Test match we are playing at Leeds, I won't have Jadeja. I have Akshar at six. Then
Yeah, I think the need to give Akshar a bit of exposure away from home. He's mostly been treated as that kind of a home bully sort of player, but I think they need to give him some chances away from home just to
and
see how he
then
does.
and then
Otherwise, again,
I have Surfraz at seven, and
Okay,
then I have
Sarfara, do you
Surfraz.
see Dhruv Jurel getting a chance?
No, 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 no. No, his technique is not perfect against the swing bowlers. So I won't have Drew for sure. I will have Surfraz at seven. I have Nitish Reddy at eight, And then I'll have three quicks: Bumrah, Siraj, Shami. I also at some
I,
point of
I,
time
I don't guess
Also,
Sarfaraz's
also,
fielding is
do you
also
play
good for
Shami
swing.
straight away? I mean,
oh yeah,
Shami
oh
has
yeah,
looked Shami has looked lackluster throughout the
no
IPL, even
that
in the Champions Trophy.
oh, that's a different format. With the Laker delivery, when the once the ball gets a little bit old, when the new Laker comes out of the old Dukes delivery that they used in England, Shami is lethal at delivery, especially he's a bit like Kemar Roach. I've seen Kemar Roach bowling in the Surrey County Championship, watching that game, and I saw Kemar was struggling with his swing. He was bowling a lot in the off stump line, and the ball was swinging so much in. Batsman was missing, kept on missing and missing. And then I think the captain was Roddy Burns. He used him towards the 30th and 25th over. Laker gets out, the shine gets old, and then he found that little bit swing. Once it swing, it kicked the edge. If you are bowling fast, make sure you use the energy in the right way. There's no meaning of giving those
Yeah.
plays and
Also, I think
misses.
Shami has been a bit maybe unlucky in England. His numbers may
Yeah,
not speak
he is.
of that.
He is. Last time when they played in 2020, they kept missing against Joe Root. Joe Root kept missing one after another. I remember that game. I think it was one of those games when he played that 118 at Lords. He kept missing in,
Yeah, Lords.
absolutely missing in. And then he got one drop shot, maybe one in the slip scored them for a boundary. So you don't go back at those kind of things. But I'll have Bumrah. So my playing eleven is very simple. I have Jaiswal and Rahul. I will have Shai Sudarshan oblique Abhimanyu because I really want to have Abhimanyu Ishwaran. I have Shubman at four, Pant
Because
at
you have
five.
interviewed him.
Yeah, maybe maybe with a reason there. But yeah, Pant at five, six Akshar, seven Sarfraz, eight Nitish Reddy. So have batting till eight,
So
number eight
India have
left.
got three straight away pace bowlers, and then Nitish and Akshat to do the other two
And you have a
guys.
batting till eight. You have batting till eight. Shami can also bat if needed, as along with
See.
Bumrah.
One thing I
Yeah, but
want to
now
say,
will they need a fourth pace bowler? I mean, in
Yeah,
Australia, sometimes they
yeah.
needed that fourth pace bowler, but Nitish wasn't able to give that.
Yeah, I will drop Nitish for the game when they are going to Birmingham. Edgbaston, it's a dead surface. You need to have the pace of Prasid Krishna. I'm a huge fan of Prasid Krishna because of the hard line they use. I think
But
it
Prasid
can
did well
build.
in Sydney. He bounced
Yeah,
out
he
Steve
did.
Smith. He bounced out some other guys also. I think
With
he
a hard
picked up
line
three or
delivery,
four.
with the hard line delivery that he's also bowling at the Narendra Modi Stadium in one of those IPL games, it's not an easy job because hard line delivery means you are not getting a lot of balls to drive. Neither you can go back on the back foot. So you're kind of tempted to play whether to go forward or to go backward. You're not in a puzzle manner whether to
Yeah, I
play
mean,
the drive
not
or
short
not.
enough to pull, not full enough to drive.
That is the issue because you always pinned at the crease trying to guess that kind of a guesswork. It's always a guesswork with Prashant Krishna. I feel if you can bowl at the kind of position,
Yes.
he's a
I mean, in
lethal bowler.
some
So
games, they will surely need that fourth pacer to do the donkey job, maybe, and Nitish may not able to do that. So
no,
they're.
yeah, it is
I
already
one thing,
different. Yeah,
one thing I
But
want
now,
to
if they
add
play
that
four pacers, the batting becomes a bit thin.
yeah, he still get batting at number seven. Akshar can bat at number seven.
After that, I mean, they have four guys who may not contribute that much. Yeah, we know Bumrah
The
and
issue
Shami can contribute
there's,
a bit, but
there's another issue that they're starting the series at Leeds. One of the hardest place to bat in England. One of the hardest. Headingley is the hardest place. Whether it's sunshine or the clouds, it
at
is tough.
Leeds, did they play last year a test match at Leeds? I don't remember. In the
Yeah, they
Ashes,
played.
I remember that match.
Yeah, they played. They
Where
played the one they lost. That was in Headingley. The third test match
no,
was
no,
Headingley.
they lost at Oval. I mean, last year I'm saying against West Indies and Sri Lanka.
Oh no! Last summer. Okay, last summer. No, they didn't play in Headingley. The in India series they played in Headingley.
Yeah, India got 78 all out. I remember.
I still remember that people always speak about the things that if it's cloudy in England, it's the
And
hardest
Jimmy
place to bat.
Anderson's opening spell.
Yeah, people remember that. But I always feel people always say that when it's cloudy, it's hardest place to bat in England. At Headingley, even if it's sunshine, it's sun blazing, it's still the hardest place to bat. I still remember the 2019 Ashes. I mean, Australia
Yeah,
got blown up
67,
for a long, long
67
time.
all out. George Hazelwood,
It
that
was
spell on day
it
two.
was a cloudy day, but on another day it was sun shining. Sun was blazing shining. I don't know what did the England do. They got just 60. They just got 60 on the board under sunshine. Hazelwood with that kind of a seam bowling movement, seam movement, swing movement, and he got a wicket for fun. So yeah, I will have someone who can bowl with the seam movement. I think Shami is that man who can bowl with the seam. I mean, there's no kind of a comparison with Bumrah. And Siraj is that workhorse that you always need, especially going to places where you need to have long spells for the fast bowlers. Maybe it was because it's the first game of the series. I want to have a long batting lineup because I don't want to see India getting bundled out under 100 in the very first days and to a negative tone to set the entire series. So I have a long batting lineup in
So
that
I'm
case.
trying to say one thing for a long time. That is, see, I know people may frown at me after listening to this, but I really feel that among the uh, players uncapped, not uncapped, among the players who have not played Test cricket so much, Rajat Patidar is one guy who has really very good technique to play Test cricket. I
He
think
has played Test cricket. He has. Rajat has played Test
I
cricket.
know,
Three
I
Test
know, I
cricket.
know. He has played Test cricket against England. He didn't do well, but the fact that doesn't change that he has that technique. One series you do not do well doesn't mean that you are going to fail in another. So I really think that India needs someone with a strong, robust technique, orthodox playing style, and Patidar can do the job. So I know Indian selectors are not going to take Patidar with them in the team, but more than Sarfaraz or anyone else, I think Patidar is a guy who can do better in these conditions. I really feel this is a gut feeling. I have seen him play cricket. That is why I am saying that the stats may not match with my statement, but the fact is, uh, not everything can be drawn from the stats.
I think over Shai Sudarshan that people are talking that he should come. I think you should go with Devdutt Particle. He was the man who was in the test team for a few games. Whatever he played, he scored runs. So he should deserve to be in the team over Shai Sudarshan, who is coming out as outside. But it's a bit of a mystery with Virat. I think it is a mystery. I don't know what is your guys' take. Uh, I am not surprised with the decision if he retires or not. I'm not really surprised. It's
No, no,
better to
I am
go.
also not surprised because his form is not that well. Now the question is the time he has announced his retirement. I mean, he
Well,
should have
my
done it.
issue is not form. My issue is not form. My issue is not form. My issue is what is the series he's going to play in the next WTC cycle. He's playing Sri Lanka away, so he is going to have issues against the spinners in Sri Lanka.
Yes,
There's
you
no
are playing Sri Lanka away, you are playing England away, then New Zealand again, another
New
place where
Zealand
there is a
away.
lot of movement and all.
The issues for Virat in last 5 years is seam and swing. That is, he has a huge issue against swing. He has kind of a picked up a issue against the seam movement. He was never had an issue against bounce. When Virat was bounce, he was always good against the bounce deliveries,
Of
fast
course,
deliveries. That's why he always scored runs
used
in
to be
Australia.
said that Virat can hit the ball with his eyes closed in bouncy pitches. I mean,
Yeah,
he
absolutely,
was
and that's
that
why.
elite a pace hitter.
Yeah, so you have the issue with the swing and sea movement and also the spinners, and you are going to England and New Zealand away and Sri Lanka away, and then you are playing Australia home. You will have some tough times against Nathan Lyon at
Yes,
home,
surely.
and you
And
are playing
home series have been troubling Virat now for a long time because of the spin
only
and all.
easiest series. The only easiest series for India as of Virat in the next W cycle is West Indies. That's the only easiest series I can think of. I even don't even think that he will have tough times. He won't have tough times against South Africa because there will be a good team after that kind of a confidence boost from the WCC final. So is it the right time to go? It is the right time to go. I am not shocked at it at all because you have time to frame good batters. You have time to manage it. I mean, not getting qualified for the final or the second cycle, third cycle, it is a bit odd. It is the odd thing that India hasn't got a chance because of the quality and the way they started. They are really started really well. They just needed to win three test matches and they had eight test matches. Out of
Yeah,
eight, they needed
after that
three
test
wins.
against Bangladesh, which they won in 2 days or around that, I mean, that test match at,
We
I
were
think it was in
discussing.
Kanpur.
We were
Yeah,
discussing
so
that they will
when
final.
they won that test match, people were almost sure that they are gonna surely win. And then that New Zealand series happened, which was sort of an eye opener for everyone. That, oh man, 3-0 at home, which hasn't happened in ever, 3-0 at home.
And it's not only about the batting actually. It's about the batting. Obviously, the spinners' mental edging against at home against New Zealand, but also in Australia, they did well in the first game and then kept on some mental pressures of runouts, funny runouts in at Melbourne. Obviously, Jasnwal, funny things,
Yeah, at
funny.
Melbourne, the way they threw away the game, even in the second innings, Pant trying that six against Head, getting out.
Of course, Rohit and Virat became two walking wickets in most of the games in BJP. So it was like that. Australia had to pick three or four genuine wickets. They were on.
Yeah, and
See,
India's top order runs have dried up for some time. I mean, a couple of guys have been really struggling. I mean, it's most of the times we see that lower order doing well for India, Rishabh Pant, Jadeja, and all the other guys who have, even Nitish Reddy did so well in Australia.
but obviously Rohit has retired. Virat is potential retiring. In their absence, the team is going to miss the two experienced batters for sure, two experienced players for sure. But at some stage, you are going to have that. Virat can't play for the next 5 years in Test cricket for sure. Don't tell me that he's going to play 5 years for sure. So you're going to get a stage where you'll miss those two teams rather than being at a situation where you need to win three test matches in 4 games. Be at a place where you have a lot of time frame where you can prepare yourself and take a different strategies and think like this is our path. Even if you can lose, just pick your test matches. India is playing 18 test matches in the next series, one five, sorry, two five match series, and then four two-match series against West Indies, South Africa, New Zealand, and
Okay,
Sri
West Indies,
Lanka.
South Africa, two match, not three.
No, two matches series and against Sri Lanka and New Zealand. That's the two away two matches, one home 5 matches, one away 5 matches, and two home. So out of the 18 matches, how many do you need to win? You need to win around 13 or 12 even. 12 or 13 needs. Which are your 13 games that you are going to win? Surely you are going to beat West Indies at home. Surely. Surely you should beat South Africa at home also. So 4 games you are going to win. Are you capable enough to beat Sri Lanka at home? No. No, seriously, no. You are not really capable enough to beat Sri Lanka at 2-0. I don't think most of the great teams have gone Sri Lanka and they have struggled with the spin department that they throw at you, at
Yeah,
your
I mean,
batter.
when did India last to Sri Lanka? I think in 2017 they played a test, and that time India had quite a few players
That
who played spin well. They
that
just
that
thrashed Sri Lanka.
that Sri Lankan team is nowhere near. I mean, that Sri Lanka thing. I remember Malinda Pushpakumara was
Yeah,
bowling
I
to
think that was
Hardik
the series
Pandya.
where Hardik debuted and made 100.
The only one guy who was good at the entire Sri Lanka team, or two guys, was Dinesh Chandimal and Rangana Herath. And Rangana Herath also took retirement after the first test. So by the time they came in the
Yeah,
third
Rangana
test,
Herath, I remember the 2015 test on Independence Day where Dinesh Chandimal made a 160
that the
and
first one
he
in
won
Gully,
that test.
India failed to chase down 180. Rahane was in the crease for a long, long time. They lost 5 wickets for 120, and they lost the next five for 14
And that
runs.
recovery by Dinesh Chandimal, they were 0 for 2 or something, and then he came and
Yeah.
made that 160.
Sri Lanka is never an easy job for any subcontinent team. Oh, leave subcontinent for any team. Sri Lanka is not an easy job. You see Australia struggling there. I was stunned at how Joe Root actually
Joe Root, actually.
lone shoulders actually carried the entire England side in the COVID year.
Yeah, he made
But
a 200 and then a 180, I think, in the 21 series.
Australia, the 2016
Yeah, this
Australian
year
side,
Australia did well when they
they
won that
did well.
test.
But even last time when the two there 2021
Yeah, they
or
lost that second
22.
test where Chandimal made a 200, I think.
Yeah, but Australia has actually developed their spin batting since then. Because I remember the 2016 series under Steve Smith, they were absolutely bamboozled. They absolutely bamboozled against the two spinners, Diluan Pereira and Rangana Herath. 3-0. I think the three test matches ended in 9 days or 9 or 8 days, maybe in a week. So it's not an easy place to tour. New Zealand is never an easy place to tour for Indian cricket at all in the last decade, maybe in the 2 decades or so. So are you confident enough to win 4 test matches? I think of those 4 test matches, you should target at least two, if not one. So or if not three, you can at least have one test match win. So you have 4 test match wins at home against South Africa and West Indies. You have one out of New Zealand and Sri Lanka. So that is five. Now you need to win 8 test matches out of 10 against England and Australia. That is tough. That is damn tough. I
Yeah,
mean,
Australia also.
even
I mean, when they come in 2027, I mean, we get to see what will be their playing 11. Maybe a few guys will surely be missing out. I think Usman Khawaja will maybe leave
Usman
after
will
this
be there.
WTC.
I really have doubt whether Steve Smith will trip to India again. I really have doubts over it. I have doubts whether Travis Head will be there. To be honest, I don't think Travis Head will stand by then. I don't think his game will evolve by then. There are a lot of new guys in the bowling department. There are question mark
Yeah,
Josh
even
Hazel,
Hazelwood has
Hazel
been really struggling with this. I think he is now again having some shoulder niggle or
shoulder
something after
injury.
this.
Yeah, I heard that he's ruled out of the IPL, reminded of the IPL
In
because of
fact,
an
I mean,
injury.
there was some news coming that maybe a lot of the Australian players may consider skipping the IPL if it
Which is a
starts in
fact. Which
another
is a
week's
fact. I
time.
mean, which
Particularly
is a
the
fact.
ones who will be playing that Lord's game.
It will be an issue. If you look at the entire team, which are the four five teams that can go to? Let's start in Mumbai. Who Mumbai are missing so many players. They are missing Royal Rickelton because he's going to Lords for the World Championship. They're going to miss Will Jacks. He has that one international series. They're going to miss Trent Bolt and Mitchell Sandner. Both have reached in New Zealand. So by the time they come back, if the IPL starts tomorrow, they may miss one or two games surely. So they are going to miss a lot of teams, lot of players for sure. Gujarat, they will be affected a lot. Josh Butler will be gone. Kagiso Rabada
In
will be
fact, even
gone.
Mumbai's Corbin Bosch will be, I think, part of the WBC squad.
Yeah, yeah, they will be squad for sure. Zira Kortzia will be gone. Rabada will be gone. Butler will be gone. So the Gujarat will be under pressure. As is RCB, Hazelwood is gone. Phil Salt is gone. I mean, because there will be an international series
Jack
against the West
Bethel is
Indies.
gone.
Bethel is gone. Romario Shepherd is going because of a series against Ireland. Then you won't have. Who you won't have? You won't have. Uh,
Yeah,
uh,
guys, I mean, it will be nice if some comments start flowing in. Otherwise, it's just now a discussion amongst ourselves.
okay, so who have come? Arey yaar,
It's
Gaurav.
Rahul.
A music traveler, Gaurav. Did it IPL? Oh, that's a kind of campaign he has started. One test cricket. Rajama wants to create IPL. I too. I also want to create IPL. I think it's you should stop it. There is no point. Nice office space. It is the office space. The only thing is that I don't have a client meeting, so they can't see my office space. That is the issue.
Yeah, so I
But
mean,
yeah,
it will be a real issue for quite a few franchises. Now come to Delhi Capitals. They have got Tristan Stubbs,
Mitchell
Mitchell
Stark.
Stark. Who else? Who else are the foreign players? I'm forgetting.
No, there's no
Dushmanthe
one. There's
Chamida, I
Faf.
think he will be coming.
I mean, Faf will
Faf,
play.
Faf he will
Will
come.
they will have to have JFM? They will have to have the Afghanistan guy. They will have to have Dushman Samira. So one of those gets ruled out. They can't pick another player. But yeah,
So now
uh,
who else? RCB, MI, GT, DC.
Punjab
Another is
Kings.
PBKs. PBKs
But
has that entire Australian contingent.
yeah, but I heard that
Exactly.
most of the Australian players have not taken a flight from the previous side because Ricky Ponting didn't let them. Ricky Ponting wanted every Australian player to stay there in Delhi. He wanted because he wanted to win the tournament. He wanted to win the tournament. Okay, ask
Yeah,
Rohit
so
and
Punjab will think we have got Ricky. He will just convince all the Australian players.
okay, you think it's saying Ash, Rohit, and now
Okay,
wicket
some
thoughts.
he says
Jadeja win.
Jadeja win.
Very fast, very fast. Maybe against South Africa. Maybe
Yeah.
in the South African series. I mean, the way they are going, if the picks,
Okay.
Exactly.
No, no, it wasn't intentional. It is very subtle. Scrolling to the guy.
which interior design, I think he sent it in there somewhere. But yeah, okay, Jadeja. What are the options they have from domestic cricket? That is the issue. What are the spinners do they have? They are not going back to Jadeja.
Who all are the left arm spin options? Is that guy ready? Who Mesarich picked? Harsh Dubey?
No, not a test bowler for sure. I think Saurabh Kumar is a good off spinner if
Yeah,
you want
Saurabh Kumar. He
Saurabh.
was once picked. Akshar is anyways there. So who else are there? Left arm spinners.
But they are not going to go back to Jalas Saxena. I don't think they are going to Jalas Saxena. He is
Galat
someone who
Saxena
should,
is offie, right? Galat
yeah,
Saxena is
offie.
offie.
But I mean, you need a offie at least for Ashwin. You need a
Okay, so
can we
Ritik
have
is
a
asking, is the team environment responsible for the consecutive retirements?
Yeah,
I don't think
yeah.
so. No, no, no. Not team environment. See, the fact doesn't change that they were not in good touch. So, what kind of environment are you talking about? They are the senior players. I mean, team environment may be a problem for the youngster. I'm not denying the fact that it's not a problem for it may not be a problem for the senior players, but the fact doesn't change that uh, they are facing problem in red ball cricket. If you see the white ball tournaments, they were winning. The team environment was so good. People are praising about that. So, what extraordinary changed in the red ball setup that they were forced
Like
to?
problems with
Uh,
coach or management.
I don't think
Mm.
that there is much problem with the coach. Management might be an issue because see, when you are not performing for a long time, the management won't be able to defend you all the time. So Virat's form has been in a bad touch since I mean for
Okay,
five
Rajatav, I'm
years now.
taking your comment a bit later, but there's a new guy. So RN, I'm not sure who is. But yeah, anyways, if you're new to the channel, man, please subscribe and watch our content. So thanks
For
for coming
30
and
plus.
joining the live. Too much cricket responsible for 30 plus cricketers. Yeah, too much cricket has been an issue for not just 30 plus, I mean, moved guys. And we have seen talks of mental issues and all those things coming up more often than not these days.
Of course, I mean if you said three different formats, all the formats needs attention for the sake of the format itself. I mean, see, for ODI the
Yeah, even
strategy is
Mitch
different. For
Stark.
T20,
I mean, in some podcast he said that I mean I've been playing cricket for the entire year. I just needed to skip this Champions Trophy just to rest myself because you see he played the IPL before that also he played the 23 World Cup, then he played those home tests, then he played in New Zealand, then he came to the IPL, played for KKR, then straight away went to the Caribbean and US, played the T20 World Cup, and then he comes from here there. I think they had some series in England, ODI series. After that, they had the Pakistan series, ODI series. Then the 5 match BGT. He's played all those 5 matches. Then he went to Sri Lanka, and he just had that 1 month break. Again, come to the IPL and perform for 2 months.
and of course, if you see that even T20 internationals and IPL are not the same. I mean, both have different strategies, different way of playing the game. I mean, everything has different setup. So you cannot expect that if a player is doing well in T20 or, for example, ODIs, they will be good in Test cricket also. A lot of focus and
Yeah, nice,
format
Aaron. Nice,
related.
thanks.
It is a
I
fact
mean,
that
yes,
too
yes.
much cricket, but we have to also look back in the history. What about the other guys that are playing in the history? Kapil, they played a lot of test matches after being 30 plus.
So I want to ask Aaron, from where do you belong in Tamil Nadu? Uh, Because I have
Surely
been to
not from,
Coimbatore.
surely not from Chennai.
As he answered, I think, of course, he would have been from Chennai. I mean,
Okay,
he would
so
have.
let's take Rajatavo's previous comment. Can we have a new IPL winner this year? What are the odds? I think if it's a new IPL winner, it will be most probably Delhi Capitals because Mumbai GT. Oh, or RCB. I forgot. Sorry.
But RCB has a lot of issue. I mean, many of their major players are somehow not fit or something. The problems are happening. Even I heard that Rajat Patidar is not available. Jitesh Sharma was to
Yeah,
take
so
him that
in fact, I think
Lucknow.
Jitesh was about to take captaincy for that LSG match
Yeah,
if it had
yeah.
happened on time, as they said in their internal
Okay, okay.
podcast. So Rajat is not fit. Hazelwood is having carrying the niggle. Phil Salt missed the 2 matches. So they are having so many injuries. Even Padikal got ruled out, who was playing so well in the number 3 position.
Exactly.
They got
Patikal also
mine.
got ruled out. RCB is in a very problematic situation, to be very honest.
Yeah, so the universe is conspiring against RCB.
I mean, universe doesn't want them to win the trophy. That is a fact, and they have to accept it. I mean,
Okay, this is
I
Ritam's
have
question.
seen.
Answer to Ritam's question. Dad, God, more money. I'm born in Vellore.
Tamil Nadu is a big place. I have been to Coimbatore. I know Coimbatore.
What is
That's a
it?
good place.
Dad Arcot, Mom Ami. I'm
Alright,
born in
he is
Vellore.
talking about the places. Dad is from Ercot, mom is
Yeah,
from Arcot, I guess.
Okay, okay. Dad Arcot, Mom Ami. Okay, Ami, what is Arni Aksha? And born in Vellore, Aka Vellore. I've gone to Vellore for treatment. I've gone to Vellore for treatment.
Most of the Bengalis go to Vellore for treatment only.
Hmm. Okay, there's a one from Rajat about WTC prediction. Always take.
Winner prediction.
Yeah.
yeah.
Of course, I
WTC,
mean,
Australia or South
who
Africa.
else than the
So
Aussies? Aussies are the absolute favorites. If SA can pull something extraordinary, pull out something extraordinary,
is
I'll
Subradeep
be very
waiting to
happy.
say South Africa? I think he will.
I am waiting to the South Africa because I think Australia will be under a lot of pressure. Everyone
No,
will pick. You
I
ask
think
someone.
yeah. If South Africa wins, I will be happy because see, Temba Baguma receives a lot of criticism,
Yeah,
memes,
I
and
mean
all this.
I think the entire cricketing fraternity would support South Africa. I mean,
Tell me one
no,
thing.
no
Again,
one wants Australia to
If
win
the
another
Aussies.
trophy.
tell you one thing, before this prediction thing, you go to London, you come out of your bus, you take a taxi, you ask the taxi driver who is going to win between Australia and South Africa. He wins the Australia. Even he wins Australia. So even a taxi driver thinks Australia win. He doesn't know anything about Test cricket. He just heard in England. Once they heard Australia, they hate him. South Africa is going to have so much kind of a fan movement from them because
Doesn't
anyway
matter.
they want Australia to lose. Just think, doesn't matter who wins or loses. England just wants Australia to loses. And I heard that Birmingham is going to Lords because they have allowed in the past that the Birmingham was not allowed to go to Lords because of the religious thing. But the last 2 years from the last Ashes they have allowed him. So Birmingham is going to have.
Saptarsita and I are a part of a Facebook group, and there exists some Aussie fans. I mean, they are also going to Lords,
I think
as far as I
Supradeep also knows a couple
Who?
Aussie
Okay.
fans. Stark Bumrah.
Aussie. Oh no! Don't call them.
oh, that one is different. I mean, uh, but there are some people who are rich. I mean, they go to every match that was held in 2023.
Yeah,
ODI World Cup.
23 World Cup. I know a few. They've just went to all the venues across India.
Now they
They're
are
going
going to
for the
Lords.
WTC final also now, I think.
They
I
are
mean,
crazy Aussie fans.
if they're going to Lords, just make sure one thing: you pack the lunch, bring it for me. I want to taste the Lord's lunch at least for once in my life. I have heard a lot of stories about it. I
I will
mean,
give you the number. Just convey your message to
yeah,
them.
yeah, I will pay you. I will pay you. No issues with it. But just make sure I have the Lord's lunch. I mean, I heard a lot of things about the Lord's lunch: the bacons, the eggs that I have, the grilled fish, the fried fish. I mean, a lot of things. The chickens.
I mean, it's very.
Rodotavo is also excited. So I think the entire cricket
Yeah,
bleach needs
Lord's
to go
lunch.
to Lords and test the lunch once.
Oh
No.
my
A
God.
guy who usually eats shingara and jalebi in as a evening snack is talking about bacons and
No, I love.
uh,
I had bacons. I had bacons when I went to Darjeeling, so I know the bacon one. I also had the grilled fish when I went to
Strawberries
there.
and
most of the
cream.
people.
Strawberries and creams, that ice cream parlor that they have just beside it. That's crazy, man. That's crazy. Sometimes I look back, I always think that why don't have that kind of atmosphere in India? You go to Kolkata, you have the jhalmuri. Why I don't have some?
Because this is our culture. That is
It's
the
a culture. Yeah.
simple answer.
Yeah,
See,
but in the Caribbean, you see that you go to the Caribbean, they have the little shops just beside the eye, beside the ground. Where people can come and enjoy the bar. There's a
not
bar. I
only
don't.
and in South Africa, people take ovens with themselves.
Yeah, that's
Uh,
great. Carry your ovens, make your own lunch, enjoy it. And I also love the New Zealand grounds. I love the New Zealand grounds. You know, just think about it. A couple has walking down the streets. Hamilton, the Sutton Park in Hamilton. It's an absolutely open field, and there is the one road. I was seeing one of those videos where they said the 10 funniest cricket venues, and I thought of two venues that will come to mind, the most funniest. One is Gully, and one in Sri Lanka, and one is Sutton Park in Hamilton. The Hamilton is an Sutton Park in Hamilton is an open field. Just think about it: a boy and girl, a couple, is coming down, walking down the street. They are thinking of spending some close moments. Just standing in the street, and one of those batters nail a shot absolutely in the middle of the bat, and the ball is flying at them, absolutely flying at them. So they can actually sit in the bank and romance.
Okay,
And
so
then the
there's
second
another
part,
new guy, Himanshu, who is in his DP. Is it Steve Smith or who?
that's Mitchell Marsh.
Oh
So I
shit,
think,
man.
yeah, you are also new to the channel, so please subscribe
That's
and thanks for
that's
joining.
Mitchell Marsh playing a drive against Pakistan in that historic series.
Okay, the 22 series.
Yeah. So just let me finish. Let's start the second part thing. And the second ground, the funniest ground, is gully. You're playing a shot, and suddenly a siren comes out. That is the bus. The bus horn, ambulance horn, everything is coming out in gully. Is Cameron Green? Oh no.
It's Cam Green.
Oh no, man. That's Cameron Green.
Anyways, you have just talked about his replacement.
I
I
got
mean,
Wasim
both are
fan.
pace bowling all rounders. Yeah, so let's get to his comment. I mean, he is fully driven. Virat should retire. He's been a liability for the test team.
I mean, we have also
He's a
said that.
Rohit fan.
He
He's a
has
Rohit
he has
fan.
come up with CD Bath, no bakwas.
He's a Rohit fan. He's saying no way Rohit is going and Virat is staying. So Virat is going out.
I don't think he's a Rohit fan. He's an Aussie
He
fan,
is
it seems.
no, he is a Rohit fan. Rohit fans are Cameron Green fans because of what they did.
Okay. I think Himanshu should himself say which sect of the cricketing fraternity does he belongs to.
Does he belong to? I think he's belonging from Pakistan. Sorry, I mean Australia. I can't actually say Pakistan in these kind of times because people will kill me. Okay,
Like, how
what
can
else?
Himanshu
What else do
be
you
a
have?
Pakistan?
Do you have something on the plate?
Nothing much.
We're, we're about to cross the 1 hour mark. I think we can get 3 minutes and cross the 1 hour mark and shut it down.
Yeah, this has been a good live. I mean, two new guys have also joined, Himanshu and Arden. So
Okay,
thanks to
just
both of you guys.
if you guys, if anyone's watching, just make sure you subscribe the channel because after the end of the IPL, we're bringing the franchise-based reviews. What are the thing
Yeah,
has
Exactly.
gone
And
wrong? What
bring
has
your
gone
friends,
right?
man. I mean, don't only limit this podcast or channel to yourself only. I mean, bring your friends, have some discuss. We are a sect of people who usually communicate with the commentator, the people who
yeah,
comment.
surely. I mean, come up
We
with your
encourage
friends. Feel free to comment. I mean, and share your views, your feedback. So after the
your
IPL, yeah,
feedbacks.
as Shubhadeep said, we would be doing like we did after the auction, team by team review of
Really?
sort of report card about what went right for them, what went wrong, maybe possible changes going forward next year. And then we move into the test season, the WTC. There will be a couple of limited overs game for England. I think against West Indies, they're having the ODI series
And South
after
Africa.
the WTC final, and then the big series, the England versus India. Also, we have got our third new guy,
I should.
Shubh Srivastav.
Everyone just joins the moment we to start to wrap up. So I think we should wrap up from the start. That should be the mantra for us from the next slide.
Hi
Or we
Shobh,
should
hi Shobh.
I should
See,
Srivastava.
today we are at the verge of ending the live, but we would like to
Yeah, but you
engage
don't forget to
you in the
subscribe the
next one.
channel and watch our content. I mean, a lot of content is on the way, so stay tuned.
Of course, every week we usually twice or thrice arrange this kind of lives where we talk about
And there's
cricket.
recorded videos and shorts also.
Of course.
Okay, there's
Even
a
the
news.
lives you can follow.
There's a news that Gujarat Titans have resumed their practice session, even though. They are awaiting the. I think that is a sign. That is a sign the IPL is starting next week for sure.
Oh, oh. Are they in Ahmedabad at this point of time?
Yeah, they are. They are in Ahmedabad. So they are playing not in the Narendra Modi Stadium, but in the Gujarat Cricket Association Stadium, just
Okay.
behind the or outside there. So Rabada, Sharfin Rutherford have attended the nets, so they are not going back home. Shubman Gill, Mohammad Siraj
Also,
also
maybe we
there.
can have a short, maybe catch up on that Rabada thing. I mean, recreational drug, him being suspended. So, what's your views on that?
I mean,
Uh,
it's
it just
against the
reminded
laws.
me. I think it reminded me the incident of Shane Warne,
Same
how
one,
he took a
exactly.
The
That's what
medicine.
I was.
2003 World Cup.
That medicine he took from his mom. It's a Mother's Day, and his mom just gifted me. Mom, I have some issues with my neck. Yeah, just take it medicine. Just take it. And he took it, and it went bong, bong, man. It blocked his career at the moment. And since then, he hasn't been the same bowler for me. I don't think. I think he missed a lot of time
Yeah,
because
so
of
we
what
have gained 3 subscribers. I mean, that's been a good life, a great one.
three new guys, three new subscribers. That's great. But yeah,
Value for
I
money
think he
line.
has he has the that issue with shoulder injury. He has that one odd life with Shane Warne when his wife and something with his family, and then this medicine. But for Rabada, I think he should be aware of it because as a sports person, I don't think there's any issue or there is no. I don't think. What should
I
I
don't
say?
see. It's kind of in corporate. People usually say that you may not be able to perform your tasks correctly. That's okay, but there is zero tolerance against behavioral issues. Same follows here. I mean, you may perform well, not. I mean, may not perform well, but the fact doesn't change that this kind of things, right? A recreational drug or anything like that, steroids, hormones, all these things, these are absolutely banned in sports. So you have to be very much cautious about these things, and because it can literally end your career.
Yeah, that is the thing. No, who is the? अरे यार.
Yeah, so
What's happening, man?
something for Ritam before live ends. I mean, the IPL guy has come.
Who is the IPL guy? Ritam, which team will you support in RC versus my final if it happens? I mean that. I mean that's what I wanted to ask to Shoptorshi. Of course, I would support Ayman.
You also asked Shubhradeep.
I will support the umpires.
Of course, I am an MI fan, man. I am an MI fan, so I would support MI. But see, if RCB wins, to be very honest, I wouldn't have much pain or some. I wouldn't be that much sad about it because this year they have played some good cricket. I mean,
Shubh Srivastav. I think he's another ardent MI fan. MI will
Yeah,
surely win the final.
I mean it's
that's
a no-brainer.
see. If the final is against RCB and MI is playing in front of them, of course MI has a lead. I mean, we all know that RCB is not a very good, I mean, player in the playoffs or the final or this kind of knockout games. RCB is not that well, so MI always has that edge.
Mitchell Stark, who has gone. Yeah, that's the report I was going to give you. That of course she has just put in the group. Mitchell
Yeah,
Stark, who
so
has gone back home, is unlikely to
yeah,
return
he
with
is
the.
surely unlikely.
I think
Stubbs also
he
may
is.
not
I think
come. So
he is
Delhi
not the
something.
Australian, but he is one of the Australians who won't come back along with Pat Cummins. I don't think Pat Cummins is coming back.
Yeah,
I don't
Pat
think he
Cummins. I
is.
think it's okay. Anyways, he's um, Pat Cummins is okay. Anyways, he is not gonna
Taking
qualify
it.
his team. So
Yeah, so there's no
it's
point
okay.
of having it. As
Yeah, he
if
will.
Travis said, I don't think there's no point
No,
of
no,
putting
now
it.
no more replacements. I think only replacements can be taken before till 12 matches or something.
Yeah, so you can't pick replacement, but they can make it. I think they can tweaks the rule just because of what has happened in this kind of thing.
Mm. Anyways,
I
it's
would,
not gonna be a big issue. SRH has just 2 useless matches. So just make anyone the captain. Maybe make who can be the captain, Nitish or who?
Nate is
I'm
ready,
not.
maybe the captain. I guess. I mean, he can be the contender.
Give it to Abhishek. Give it to Abhishek and see what he does.
Ah, that can also happen.
Yes, just check. I mean, anyways, you can do it. So Delhi in some Delhi have to think. Punjab will be hopeful. And another thing for Punjab is a lot of the Australians aren't the guys who are playing the WTC. They're mostly those limited overs guys. Stoyan is a Maxwell, Xavier Bartlett. So
I
that's
think
the advantage.
I genuinely feel that we will get some news regarding IPL in this week. So we can arrange some meet there regarding IPL and all this. It's upcoming matches and all these things. I think
Yeah, surely. I
this
think
week
in
should be crucial.
as Gujarat has also started practicing, Shubhadeep said. So I think maybe in 2 to 3 days' time we will get some full and
Yeah,
final
But,
news.
but again, these geopolitical issues are very unpredictable.
Yeah,
Someday,
yeah. I mean,
another.
provided nothing untoward happens in the next 48 hours, I think we might be getting some full and formal news from this year.
Exactly. So okay, we should end this live. It has crossed 1 hour mark, and
Yeah, I
it's
mean,
quite.
anyways, it's been a pretty fruitful one. We have got three new guys, quite a few guys from our channel also did participate in the comment section. So, anyways, I mean, thanks to everyone, particularly Shubh, Himanshu, and
All
Aaron.
the new
So,
guys,
yeah,
don't forget to
cheers,
bring your friends.
goodbyes, and yeah, next time, please join with more guys and try to make the live hit. Thanks to Ritam and Shubhradeep as well.
Thank you, thank
Goodbye,
you,
good night.
thank you, Baba. Shubh Baba.